Whatever your spirit is, your soul will do. Whatever your soul does, your body will do. They follow each other every single time. Welcome back, everybody, to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about seeking the Lord continually to align your spirit with His. As it says in 1 Chronicles 16:11, seek the Lord in His strength, seek His presence continually. The word continually is super crucial because a lot of the times people only do it on certain times that they feel like they want to or need to. Either whether it's at church or certain times in the day, they do it only in the mornings. Seeking the presence continually is not something like you do on a schedule, but seeking the Lord is a lifestyle. Seeking the Lord is something that is just a part of you. It's all of you. It's your new identity is being like Christ. And when you seek the Lord, your spirit aligns itself with that. Because I would like to correlate it with the scripture where it says, whoever your friends are, you're almost going to be morphing into that friend group. You start dressing like them, you start talking like them, you start liking the things that they like, because it's pretty much all you're starting to know is them and that you start to naturally blend in with them. And so it's the same with Jesus. So when you spend time with Jesus, you'll be more like Him. You'll be transforming your life just from shifting from you to Him like that. And that's because you wanted to learn more about Him. That's because you have the love for Him that you just want to give your life to Him. And because He gave His life to you, you want to give your life to Him. To restate that scripture, 1 Chronicles, there's another one that says, you will seek me and find me when you seek me with all your heart. It's the exact same thing, whether it's continually or all your heart. Because when something is with all your heart, it is everything you do. Jesus is the air we breathe. We breathe oxygen every single day. But what if I told you not to breathe oxygen? You're going to be like, no, I'm going to die if I don't. It's the same thing, but a spiritual sense. To seek the Lord is like the air you breathe. It's what keeps you going. It's everything. There are many Christians out there that will seek the Lord, but for wrong intentions, just wanting to get things out of God like He's a genie. Or the most popular thing to follow God is, I just need to go to heaven. I don't want to go to hell. I love you, Jesus. Oh, glory, God, whatever. But I want to know what I'm getting out of this. We want an outcome in everything we do in life, so that everything you do, you want to get something back in return. So then when you go to God, you're like, I want this. If I'm going to be loving you, I better get to heaven. Now, this isn't seeking at all. Yes, you're devoting time, but yet your mind hasn't gotten a hold of the idea of where it's not in the mind rather than in the heart. Your mind will change to holiness when your heart changes to holiness first. I've said this in the past in a few videos where I talk about how we have three components in life. We have our body, soul, and spirit, right? Your body only changes because of the spirit that is in you. And the spirit that is in you changed because of your soul. Because your soul makes the decision whether you're going to change or not. I've had this question in the past. Why doesn't God just make everybody Christians? Because He wants you to have free will. How do we have free will? Your soul is what makes you have free will. Because I have it in my book actually where it explains how the soul works. Your soul actually is like your thumbprint. I've said this before. It is so unique to you that nobody else has your thumbprint. That nobody else can make your decisions for you. Just yourself. God's not going to force Himself on you. Preachers and other people and God can nearly just encourage you to go follow Him, but you yourself make the decisions to actually pursue that. Everybody has their own soul. They make their own decision. And because your soul has now wanted to follow Jesus Christ, your soul aligns with that and becomes the same thing. They agree in the same way because the Spirit of Jesus is now in you rather than the bad one. So then now your soul and spirit are connected. And by default, your body will connect with those two, and now all three are aligned with Jesus Christ because you seek the Lord, and every time you seek the Lord continually with all your heart, everything will work out perfect. I recently saw The Passion of the Christ at like 3 a.m. I don't normally watch movies, but I just had it to just want to watch it. And of course, who doesn't cry during watching that movie? But just visually seeing the stuff that He went through just so we could live and go be with Him, because that's how much He cares about you and me. It is so beautiful. He spent every second to every day on this earth living in love so that you could live. Time is so crucial. If we had unlimited time right now that you could just follow God whenever you want, a lot of us would take our time and be like, I'm going to do other worldly things because I have unlimited time. I don't have to hurry. But since reality sets in, and since we do have a set time, we don't know when God is coming, it worries people. And it shouldn't worry people, because on the day of judgment, you should have confidence, have faith that you have done well, because you changed your life around, and because since you know that you changed your life, since your heart, your spirit, your body has changed completely, God knows that as well. So Jesus didn't waste any time at all here on earth. He spent that with people. He spent that preaching the gospel. He spent that in time in prayer. Well, everywhere he goes, anytime, he's always continually seeking God. And we should be doing the exact same thing, the same way he did, not wasting a single time, because the Bible tells us time is near. People need to hear from Jesus. People need to hear from people like you and me. People need to hear that love that they've never heard before. You may think that Christianity is just so big and this and that. Everybody's heard Jesus before, and I'm just going to be another preacher going up to him. No, because you might say something to them that they really needed to hear. Because you might say something to them that they understand, then the other person may not have given it and said it properly. If you feel like you're not close to God, God never moves from where you're at. The matter is you accepting him and letting him in. So whether you feel like God is close or far away from your life because you're not seeking him, the only difference is that you're just not letting him in, or you are. He's in the same place. He's near. He's everywhere. He's next to you. He's in the same place, but the only difference is that the person who accepts him finally gets to be in him rather than just out near him. But he's now a part of him. He's all of him. He is his new character. He's new everything. He's a new creation because he accepted him and opened his heart to Jesus. Let me read the scripture to you. Ask and it will be given. Seek and you will find. Knock and it will be opened to you. For everyone who asks receives, and the one who seeks finds, and the one who knocks it will be opened. Ever have times when you're praying and God just doesn't say anything? Well, then you must be asking wrongly, because God is not a liar. Every time every person has faith, you will receive it. Because faith is confidence in what you believe in, that even before you see it, you have faith that you have it. That was just a quick reminder to remind yourself that if a prayer is not being answered, there's only one key factor keeping that prayer from actually being expelled out. It has nothing to do with Jesus. It has nothing to do with him not working or hearing you. It's the matter of faith bringing things to action. Faith brings things to action every single time when you pray with faith and humbleness and not begging or just wanting to get things out of him. Remember, your spirit must be aligned with God to really take a toll in your life, because you are one with him. Because one thing does one thing. So if you are one with him, you're only going to do the exact same thing. You're going to do the same thing. One person, if God's in you, you're not going to just do something that God wouldn't do, because you're one. Spiritually, you're one. Physically, you're one. A lot of Christians don't agree with that your body may drift off, but your spirit's still one with him. Whatever your spirit is, your soul will do. Whatever your soul does, your body will do. They follow each other every single time. That's why God says to unite together with like-minded believers, because we will believe the exact same thing. We will agree in our hearts, because whatever Jesus believes, we believe, because he's in us. They have Jesus too. There's only one Jesus. He agrees with, he believes in truth. I believe in truth. He believes in truth. She believes in truth. We believe in the same thing. So then when we come together and unite together as one, we will be one person. That is the fullness of Jesus Christ. Enter your life is when you seek him in such a way where that is completely devoted, and that's all that matters. But he who is drawn to the Lord becomes one spirit with him. There's a bunch of scriptures out there that explain just that, and also being uniting with other believers. Like Jesus was saying to God, I and the Father are one, as it says in John 10:30. Now this is a good one, so listen up to this one. John 14:20. In that day you will know that I am in my Father, and you in me, and I in you. We are in a big chain reaction. We're all connected. we will all agree. We all believe in truth. We all are 100% devoted to Jesus Christ and not living fleshly anymore because we can't. It's just impossible because you are 100% one with Him, flesh, spirit, everything. And to do that, your focus must be on love all the time, on Jesus, on His righteousness, and on His everything, every single time. Not that you have to, but you'll want to because your spirit is hungry for it. When you drive, you have to focus or else you're going to drift off and crash. Because when you're focused 100% on one thing, all your senses will be aware of all of it. Like I said, when you're driving, your ears are listening to the honks. When you're driving, you're focused on the driving. You're focused on not drifting off. You're focused on the lights. You're focused on every little thing, whether it's visually, hearing it, whatever it is. All your senses line up to what you're focused on, which is why your body, soul, and spirit catches all the senses. Everything starts opening up when everything is aligned. I want you to think about this also. When you have your phone in your pocket, you're not focused on your phone in your pocket. So you may take your phone out and you have a whole bunch of notifications because you weren't focused on the buzz, even though you could feel it in your pocket, in your pants right there, it buzzing. But since your focus is out here, you don't feel the buzz in your pocket. But let's say I want you to try this next time. Put your phone in your pocket and just walk and live your day and pay attention to your leg where your phone is. And guess what? You're going to feel that buzz every single time because your focus, all your senses, your tingles, your sensations went straight into your leg. And now you're going to feel every single buzz that you are going to feel now. Even though you're doing the exact same thing as you did yesterday, the only difference is you're not just focused on out here, but you're also focused on the senses in your pocket. When you're focused out of something, it's just your senses aren't aware of any of that. So I want you to focus on Jesus Christ every single day. Seek the Lord in everything you do. Because when you do that, everything will be opened. All your senses will be opened. Everything will be exactly what it needs to be. Thank you so much for listening to this video. I hope this video helped you out in learning about seeking the Lord every single day. And if it did, please subscribe and like this video for more just like this. Be sure to check out the Messenger channel where I upload only music that is instrumental or vocals that are actual songs itself for 30 minutes just to encourage you either in your prayers or meditation or when you need some motivation or just some beautiful worship music for your mornings or nights. I no longer have TikTok where I had a whole bunch of you guys on there, but I do still have Instagram. So I only am on Spotify, anywhere you get your podcast, YouTube, on the 3 channels, Messenger Music, Messenger Plus, and this main Messenger channel. And of course, I upload Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts on here. But thank you guys so much for the support and everything y'all do to help me get to where I am today. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Messenger out.